Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Sefer Hamitzvot. We took a little break. Um, Today is day 142, and we are going to learn two mitzvahs, mitzvah number 80 and mitzvah number 81. Mitzvah number 80 is the mitzvah of Pidyon Haben, which means to redeem the firstborn. The pasuk, there's different psukim that tell us about this, but the pasuk that Rambam brings for this in this context is Achar banecha titen li, your oldest son you shall give to me. So what's the idea here? The idea is that the firstborn son is supposed to be a priest. So technically, as soon as he's born, he is belonging to the priest, and obviously the parents want him. So there's a way to get him back, okay? Now let's just talk about for a second, what is a firstborn son? So it's not just the firstborn born to a family. There is conditions. First of all, firstborn to the mother. So let's say the father remarries or is married to multiple women or whatever it is, and he has another firstborn with his second marriage. That child will also get a pidyon haben if it fits the child. It's a firstborn of the mother. Second of all, obviously, if you are a priest, or if even the mother is a daughter of a priest, they don't have to do it. The child doesn't have to be redeemed. They are redeemed already. And also this doesn't apply to Levites. So if somebody is a Levi or the daughter of a Levi, if the mother's from a Levi family too, they also don't have to do it. Next is it has to be I guess we'd call it a genuine vaginal firstborn. So that means if the woman was pregnant prior to this boy being born, then I think a viable, so it depends at what stage the baby was lost, there's a chance that there won't be a pidyon haben. The other one is if a baby was born with a cesarean section, then also this is not considered the firstborn in this context. Okay, that's why, don't assume if a baby boy was born it's the first, it's a pidyon haben. Oftentimes yes, oftentimes not. And that's why we know, I'm sure, that it's very rare, right? Because all the things have to line up. And it's a very big, special thing to partake in a pidyon haben. Okay, so the way it works is the baby belongs to the Kohen. And the Kohen essentially holds the baby. I don't know if you've ever seen the ceremony. And he asks the father, do you prefer the baby or the worth of 5 slayim, which is like $100? Very often, I don't think I've ever seen otherwise, of course, the father says, I'd rather the baby. And so he gives the Kohen the 5 slayim, and we use special silver coins. And it seems a little bit silly, like this is just like some, ceremonial, but really, it's asking the father and asking everyone there, what really matters? What are your priorities? Is it about money and career, or is it about family and taking care of your family and your children? So that's the idea of what we're asking the father. There's a big discussion if the obligation is on the father or on the son themselves. Obviously, if you are a child, you can't do it for yourself, so your father steps in for you. But the Rambam seems to hold that it's on the child's obligation himself. Women are not obligated in this mitzvah; it's on the father. And that's mitzvah number 80. Mitch, you had a question. I didn't read that here. So if first child male or female, but born via C-sec, but the second child is male. No. Once the firstborn is born with a C-section, that's it. The next baby does not have a pidyon haben. Okay. Mitzvah number 81 is similar idea, but for a donkey. So it's called Pidyon Peter Chamar, which is that you have to redeem the firstborn of a donkey. The pasuk for this is Peter Chamar Tifta Beseh. You should redeem the Chamar with the oldest of a donkey with a sheep. So the way it works is a same idea, similar idea, I should say, that the oldest donkey belongs to the Kohen. And if you want to keep this donkey, you take a sheep and you give the sheep, then you basically do a swap. If you don't want to do the sheep, you could give the financial equivalent. Tomorrow we're going to learn about other options that you can have. This is called Pidyon Peter Chamar. You have to redeem the firstborn firstborn donkey that you have from the Kohen. Okay, so thank you for joining today. Hi, Caroline. You should have an amazing day. And we learned 2 mitzvahs from the Torah today. It's very exciting. All the best.